What's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and I'm over at the Mill Creek property today. I've got to do some final preparations before our prescribed fire. The plan is still in place for tomorrow. The guy that's over my burn plan, that wrote up the whole plan and is doing everything, sent out a big email blast. We should have a bunch of volunteers here tomorrow, a bunch of equipment. We're going to be burning about 50-ish acres, I believe. And a lot of it is going to be timber, so leaf cover in the timber, a few fields, nothing like, we're not burning across big hay fields or anything like that, but just cleaning up the property. I've been cutting a bunch of cedar trees, you guys know that, over the last year or so. So we've got some giant piles, we've got some big dozer brush piles that we pushed up with the bulldozer when we first bought the original 80 acres, that giant brush piles that need to be burned. And we're going to burn all the way around everything, and most of those brush piles are in the center, so it'll be nice and safe. But I'm here. I've got to get the skid steer hooked up to my the big Ironcraft tree reaper, and do a little bit of final cleanup, kind of trim some trees up so we can get in and down some lanes and do a few things, and then hopefully the conditions are right for a big fire tomorrow. All right, buddy, you stay there, okay? I don't want you getting hurt. All right, y'all, I got everything done and cleaned up and ready. All the trails opened up, fire breaks are good. You know, I was over here last week and did a little mowing with the tractor, got some stuff done there. We should be 100% ready to go as long as the weather holds up for us. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, today's video is sponsored by Helix Sleep. So Helix Sleep makes premium mattresses customized to fit your specific needs, shipped directly to your door. Hey. We're trying to make a video here, kids. So most of you guys know we've had a partnership with Helix for a long time. I think we've been sleeping on this Helix bed for 18 months, something like that. We've actually added another Helix mattress in Houston's room. We've got one at the cabin. We've got Helix mattresses everywhere. I'm a back sleeper, but DJ is a side sleeper, and I like a little bit medium firm mattress, and she likes one that's nice and soft. And the great thing about Helix is they have their sleep quiz. So basically, you just go online, fill out all the information, check all the boxes, fill all the blanks, and Helix will match you up with the perfect mattress for you and your sleeping partner's needs. So our mattress is the Helix Midnight Luxe. Also opted for the Glacio cooling top because, like I've said many times, my wife is at that age where ladies get hot at night. You know, night sweats, hot flashes, all that stuff. It's crazy, isn't it, Earl? She's like a heater in our bed. And we have the adjustable base. Earl needs attention. So this is our first adjustable base bed we've ever had. And this zero gravity position is perfect for just relaxing, watching TV, reading. And it's really, really, really good on the lower back. Unlike her teeth, that are no good on my fingers. So everybody's different, and Helix knows that. And that's why that sleep quiz partners you up with the perfect mattress for you. And Helix has also just recently released their Elite series, so that adds like 6 different models of mattresses to their lineup, plus all the existing ones. I promise you there's one that will fit your needs, even if you're a pillow princess like Earl. So as I said earlier, if you purchase a mattress from Helix, it's going to come rolled up in a box, and it's going to get shipped directly to your door or our front gate for us, because the UPS won't come to our house. You're going to get a 100-night sleep trial guarantee, so if you don't like it, you can send it back, get your money back. But you're also going to get a 10-year warranty, and they have flexible payment options if you want to pay it out over time. Hey, we're trying to work here, guys. So we love our Helix mattress, and we think you would too. If you're looking for a new bed, be sure to check out Helix Sleep. So you can click the link in the description box down below, or go to helixsleep.com/armsfamily. You'll get 20% off your mattress plus 2 free pillows. And now they run off. All right, y'all, today is the day. Hopefully conditions hold up. Hopefully we get some volunteers to show up. So guys, I got several people supposed to be here. It's a little bit on the windy side, but I think the way Cole talks, he's still planning to go. So I'm excited. Just hope it all works out, and hope it's not too wet in the leaves. So this little dead cedar pile here actually is not in our burn unit area. This is our fire break, and we're actually going to burn from here in. But Cole wanted to go ahead and knock this out just so we don't have to worry about later in case embers jump over into that dead cedar tree. Because as you can see, a dead pile of cedar burns really quick and really hot. So it's probably not going to carry anywhere that direction. But he went around with the water tank on the gator, and I'm going to stay here with a leaf blower and just kind of keep it where it's at. See what that cedar tree did there? We've got a lot of fuel underneath, and it started climbing, going up that other cedar tree. They're green, they're not going to really carry through the canopy, but that's the danger that people have, you know, when you're talking about these big western fires, California and places, is you get into a drought, and a fire like this, that right there would carry through all of these cedar trees, leave the property, and be miles of wildfire. These cedar trees are very, very dangerous when they're dry. Right now, as green as they are, that one tried to torch a little ways. It might knock part of that tree back. It may kill it, probably not. It'll probably come back. But this type of cover in all these cedar trees, under drought conditions, we would have a crown fire, and it would just, there'd be no way of stopping it.
To the pond, and then back around to point E. And at the same time, the second crew is gonna go from A to C pretty quick and get that line. Like a wizard with it.
So what we're using to start our fires, you zoom out, is what's called a drip torch. And you mix diesel, it's like 3 parts diesel, 1 part gasoline. And it literally just pours fire out on the ground. Works really, really well for this. This little area right here is a perfect example of what we're wanting. We're wanting grass to grow. There's a hole in the tree cover. It's got good grass growing here. You step inside the cedar trees, no grass, no fuel, no life, nothing for wildlife to eat, nothing to help out any animal.
So we're not, you don't need to set it on this side. We're talking about setting the other side of the trail. So we're on the main part of the wood.
Sure. Here's the part I've been waiting for. The spot I've been waiting for. Out here in this big food plot area, big field we push with the bulldozer. And I've got all these big cedar piles piled up around the edges that have been sitting for 2 years, 3 years, I don't even know. But here we go. We'll work our way around this field. We're gonna light the whole field, the edges, and these giant piles of dead, dried out cedar trees. It's working. Never had a doubt it would work, but wish this grass in this field was a little taller, but I mowed it short back before deer season so that, you know, we could see the deer hunt. Look at this. This one's gonna go for sure. I've been wanting to burn these since we pushed them up with the bulldozer. Today's finally the day. That's going to push across that field in a hurry now. Oh, the wind switched just a little bit. Thought it was fixing to take off. Hey, Mr. Bunny Rabbit, I promise it'll make it better for you. It's gonna be hot for a minute, but we'll make it better for you. It'll grow back even better. Now that's a real fire. Man, I'm probably 20 yards from it and having to back up more and more. It's a good thing we got a black line all the way around, but that's the danger of having those big piles. You've seen what it does, you know, just under normal circumstances. Light fuel on the ground, not a lot to burn, but those big piles are torture. It's gonna kill a lot of those other cedar trees that are standing. There's some hardwoods that are gonna die in there too. But it's just part of it. But we need to get rid of these piles while the conditions are favorable, while it's controlled, while we have help, and we don't have an accidental fire get out of control. So this is a prescribed fire, and we're doing our best to keep it under control. And the other side of that brush pile is a complete ring around a couple hundred yards back of a black line. So we've burned all of the perimeter, let it burn in, and then we come and light the interior and the downwind side and let all that stuff burn too. So it's doing great. Well, folks, it's 4:30 p.m. and it's pretty much all over but the crying. And there won't be any crying because I'm happy. I'm excited. I think things went well. There's some areas that burned really, really good, and there's some areas that, not so much. But it's not done. There's a lot still burning, but the way all of this works, we burned 60, 65, 68 acres today, and I'm just kind of out here on the perimeter right now. This area didn't burn too well. I'm fixing to show you an area that did burn really, really well. But 65, 68 acres, whatever it was, we did the entire perimeter starting on the downwind side, which was the north because the wind was out of the south. So we started on the north end and did basically all of the north side and then both sides and let that burn in for 30 minutes or an hour before we made it to the south end. And when we lit the south end, it took off. And some areas burned really well, like the south edge that I'm on right here. So there's still a little fire burning in the timber there, but this little area burnt really well. You can see this was kind of our edge of our fire right here, but wait till we get up in here where some of these cedar areas, heavily brushy areas that I haven't got to with the skid steer and the mulcher and stuff yet. It torched a bunch of this small underbrush and things, places where I really can't even get in here to do any mowing with the tractor for sure, but it did a fabulous job of, like right there, that's prime example. That is a dead cedar tree now for sure. It is just going to be a standing skeleton, but I can come through with the skid steer and the mulcher or even the tree reaper and clean up a lot of this stuff. So not all of them, you know, burned all the way up, but that's pretty much a dead tree right there. There's very little left of it, but it was a very successful day. This field really needed this for sure through this area. Now I can come through here, clean up all the stubble and, you know, the standing dead a lot easier and just mulch them up in seconds and be gone versus, you know, having all the standing brush, and I can actually see the ground. There's just so many good benefits. It's really, really good for the soil, really, really good for the grass. Even in the timber, we burned tons of the property that was timber and, you know, just dead leaf cover. Getting that will jumpstart the growing season this year for sure. So this was just basically the edge of where you guys saw me with the disc mulcher back during the summer, late summer, early fall. I disc mulched this whole area, and what you see burning there now is what's left of a couple little small brush piles and some of that mulch that had piled up. So I disc mulched, forestry mulched all that to here, and that's why this burned so well, because it still had grass and lots of fuel. But I am pumped. I'm excited. We've been waiting for this, gosh, for what, almost a year now. I actually been waiting to do this since before we bought this piece of property, because we were only going to be able to do the original 80 in the beginning.
How's it going, guys? My name's Cole Fagan, and I'm a wildlife biologist for the Oaks and Prairies joint venture. And today we got done helping Daniel do a prescribed burn on his property. He came to me a couple months ago wanting to know what the first steps were to doing a prescribed burn. I got with him, toured the property, wrote a burn plan, and today, a year and a half later, the conditions were perfect, and we had enough people and equipment that we burned about 70 acres, and most of it was oak leaf litter and some open grass. But burning the leaf litter is a good way to remove thatch and to improve your wildlife habitat, encourage new growth, and reduce the briars and the woody plants that we don't like to see. We killed some cedar trees. You can see this one right behind me. The conditions were perfect. It was a great day for a burn, and I'm pretty jealous. Daniel's going to have the best deer hunting and wildlife habitat for several miles around.
Well, y'all, that's going to do it for this one. That was exciting. I'm not going to lie. Setting these huge brush piles and burning these big acreages. I say big acreages. I mean, tomorrow, the same guys that I was working with today are going to go do a burn. I can't make it to it, but they're going to burn 200 or 300 acres, and most of it's grass. But all the guys that were here today were volunteers. I think we had 8 or 9 guys here, and there's a couple different burn associations and different things. I say everyone was volunteers. There's a couple guys that were actually paid employees of different affiliations, but for the most part, the guys that show up are volunteers, and they're burn associations where landowners help each other out. Cole Fagan was here. He was the one giving all the instructions. You guys saw him. He was with me most of the day. Cole was the one that wrote the burn plan, that came out and surveyed everything, checked everything out, and huge thanks to Cole and all the guys that were here today. I really appreciate all the help, and this place is going to green up really, really nice, and over the next couple months it's going to look totally different, and yeah, I'm pumped about it. So guys, that's all I've got for today. I'm going to hang out here for the rest of the evening and, you know, put out some fires. Not really put them out, just watch them burn out, because pretty much everything is smoldering and burning down. And then I'll be back here first thing in the morning doing a few final touch-ups and making sure everything's good. And I'll probably be here on the skid steer doing some work most of the day, cleaning up some of these piles. Man, there's a lot of things I can do now. There's a whole lot more work that still needs to be done. So anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, remember, do something today to make somebody smile, because you never know It just might change the world. Guys, we'll see you on the next video.